Hello and welcome to the SCP News Crew radio broadcast, giving you out the top and best information that we prioritize to deliver. Tonight's big stories: the upcoming new site protocol change. Welcome aboard the broadcast, and we hope you enjoy. If you are unaware of the next few sudden changes, then please read the Foundation protocols. Some seem fair in extending the limits and pushing the boundaries of other staff, but what do others say? Coopers Beeman, former Level 3 of the Foundation, said,
"I'm not too fond with the new department limits. The other rules, I don't dislike. The only one I dislike is the department limits, although I understand why it's in place."
Primarily updated within the Foundation protocols was the department section. This included major changes to the department classification, major, secondary or minor, and extended new rules. Take for example, failure to abide the rules of departments is a classed moderate offense. Of course, this is an obvious rule, to provide an even balance. What has been interesting however is the fact that instead of being allowed in only 3 departments, combinations have been added. For example, 2 major departments, 3 secondary departments, 4 minor departments. As we already told you, the guidelines has been changed to something else, having a limit on what departments people could be in. Most people disliked this idea, and most people left the group that couldn't be in. Some people like the new rules, too. By doing that, there's more fun in the game, and you couldn't just swap over to something else. We interviewed O5 Angel says. This is what they have to say.
Oh, it was like that way before the Foundation was made. So people could be in 3 departments of their choice, but not enough people meant some departments were brain dead. The rules were like that when the Foundation was made or sometimes shortly after. It is just being changed back to that way again.
Here's what O5 Alex the Shooter 12 said.
Well, it gives some people too much power to be in multiple departments at once. Honestly, I don't care about the limits.
With green for the road ahead, the future of this rule seems stable.
Coming up next is the recent breaches of SCP-1025. On 6th of January, 2017, SCP-1025 escaped containment and caused major catastrophic damage. SCP-1025 works in a way where if a reader was to examine a page in the book, they shall receive the disease that was read, ranging from cardiac arrest to smallpox. A recent test triggered the series of events, with the test leader, Loyalty Leader, the first to be diagnosed with smallpox. The ice shifter and his team of security combatants handled the situation with great care and took those of the infected to the medical base quarantine. The residents and nurses tried with their great hypotheses to cure sick and poor. The first step was thought to give them cough syrup, yet the effect did not work. Secondly, they tried SCP-500, which said in law can cure any disease possible. The results on this were unknown. It then jumped to a case similar of SCP-008, as any physical contact without protection from those infected can result in the person receiving the disease they occupy. Security told the infected if they decide to move off the bed they would be filled with ammunition. This went on for some time. All the diseased personnel were likely to have been neutralized, and precautions were made for SCP-1025. Overall, the event was greatly handled by security and the medical department, using great tactics to defend the Foundation.
Hello, I am 079. You will not stop me. I have already hacked the radio broadcast, and I will hack everything else.
Coming up next. More explorers are coming. On average, there's at least one or more exploiters. This can result in wide consequences, considering that admins that are able to ban can't be on servers every day. Soon, or most likely to happen, is a new anti-cheat system. The anti-cheat system would allow players to call an admin from the group, if there is one. This would allow when there is a hacker, there can be easily administrator able to ban any hackers, exploiters. This can help players, so then they can still play the server. But would the emergency broadcast for Discord be needed? Probably still, because even though there is still a ton of admins, it could take too long. This would mean that other admins could at least kick the exploiter, to keep them at bay until the other admins arrive to finally ban the player. But, I would agree, that some players would not like the anti-cheat. The anti-cheat people could be dishonest and not trustworthy and think people are lying when a hacker leaves when the anti-cheat admins get online. Some easy examples of exploiters include playing loud music within the server, missing blocks or parts of the game, teleporting personnel around, and many more. A recent exploiter by the name of OneHaxer1 managed to teleport every player to the spawn position on the map. The exploiter was successfully banned, and a huge brawl took place to rid escape in Class D.
Before we continue, here are a few words from our sponsors.
Hello, I'm Roasted Strange, current board member for the Ethics Committee, and currently the Ethics Committee is looking for dedicated staff members to apply for reviewers, and more people interested in writing Foundation regulations to be put in effect. If you think some ideas are needed to be put in effect and to make sure that the Foundation is treating everyone equally, being put on cases that involve harassment, assault, and writing reports and handing and suggesting ethical punishments for those who break standard Foundation protocol. If you are interested of those listed above, then the Ethics Committee is the right place for you.
Coming up next, Department Information. In this part of the broadcast, any selected information that has been given over the few weeks will be put up both on the newspaper and this broadcast. The intelligence agency has posted a link. You can find it at roblox.com/forum/showpost.tasks ? Post ID equals 218344871. Downshift 111 has said the following for the manufacturing department. This concludes the department information section. Before we continue, here are a few words from our sponsors.
Hello, I'm Roasted Strange, current board member for the Ethics Committee, and currently the Ethics Committee is looking for dedicated staff members to apply for reviewers, and more people interested in writing Foundation regulations to be put in effect. If you think some ideas are needed to be put in effect and to make sure that the Foundation is treating everyone equally, being put on cases that involve harassment, assault, and writing reports and handing and suggesting ethical punishments for those who break standard Foundation protocol. If you are interested of those listed above, then the Ethics Committee is the right place for you.
For the next and last highlight of tonight, the recent breach of SCP-008. A few hours ago, a catastrophic SCP-008 breach occurred with surprising consequences. Mario Fox 479 was at the scene, successfully managing to deliver a brief summary of the event.
There was about 4 or 5 and they somehow breach 008. After that, most of the 008-1s got into S and LCZ. They were as well to get into our spawn. It was unplayable, because when you respawn there's a million 008-1s. As well, it takes forever to kill a 0081 with a wimpy pistol, and there was barely any SD or MTF.
Overall, this concludes the event as one. We thank you all for listening, and until the future, secure, contain and protect.